Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. All right, settle down. Welcome to the Ballistic Report. I am your talented host, Ike Moore, and this is the show where we break down pop culture. 5 subscribers. We are only 5 subscribers away from hitting our year-end goal of 50 subscribers. So One Direction, I need you to put aside all differences you have against Zayn, bring him back to the group, just so you can subscribe to my channel, all 5 of you, and then you can break up afterwards, I don't care. Now that my selfish needs have been put out there, let's get started, shall we? So you remember last week when we talked about Gwen and Blake and their love for each other? Well, the same can't be said for ex-lovers Vivica A. Fox and 50 Cent. After 50 Cent claimed that the reason Empire's ratings were low is because of all the gay storylines, Vivica A. Fox responded to it in a recent interview, claiming that 50 Cent himself is gay, and the proof is clear in the XXL magazine cover with him and Soulja Boy. Now keep in mind, this magazine cover was done years ago, but according to Vivica Fox, this is enough proof to prove 50 Cent is gay. And in classic 50 Cent fashion, he went off on Instagram pretty much saying all of these things that I can't say because I don't know who's listening to this, maybe a 7-year-old. I'll just sum it up saying that he said some very disrespectful things about their sex life and basically said the reason she said all this is to remain relevant. Now you guys know I don't go into people's personal lives, but something must have happened that caused all of this rage between these two. I mean, it's very icy. Even Soulja Boy got involved, calling Vivica A. Fox a grandma, which I'm not gonna lie, that was sort of funny, but still, come on, Soulja. Either way, I hope this ends soon because the last thing you need in your life is a 50 Cent beef. That man can ruin your career. In movie news, the new trailer for the new Disney Pixar film Finding Dory was released this week. This, of course, is the sequel to the classic 2003 movie Finding Nemo. And from the looks of the trailer, it looks okay, nothing too extravagant, but nothing too bad. It stars Dory, played by Ellen DeGeneres, trying to find her own family, and Nemo and the gang are there to help. Now, for some of you younger viewers who don't remember the original, let me just say, the original is a classic. It had a great story, great comedy, and it had an emotional core to it. That being said, I never thought it needed a sequel. I mean, the original wrapped up so nicely. But as long as they keep the core elements that made the first one good, I have nothing against them making a new one. Even Ellen herself said the story is good and how she had a great time making it. And hey, I would never call Ellen DeGeneres a liar. And finally, in music news, Justin Bieber is back. He released his new album this week called Purpose. Now, as I'm recording this, I've only listened to it once, but right now I'd give it a 8 out of 10. Nothing too fancy, but it's a solid comeback for the guy. You can tell throughout the whole album that he really tried to give the fans what they wanted, and I think it paid off for him. Keep in mind, I've only listened to one Justin Bieber album, which is this one. I've never listened to his previous albums, but I'd say in recent years I've liked his music. And speaking of fans, does this guy have a lot of them? Anyone out there that thought his recent behavior would scare his fans away, if anything, it's made them stronger. It's a lot like Chris Brown. A lot of people thought that after all the things he had done, Chris Brown would have no fans left. But Team Breezy has grown bigger as the years have gone on, to the point where now I believe, and this is my opinion, I say it and I stand by it, as we stand right now, and I'm not talking all time, I'm not talking in history, this man's the king of R&B. I mean, think about it. When he's plugged in, he delivers some of the best music out of anybody. And I feel like he's in a place right now where he not only wants to support his daughter, but he wants to give the fans what they want, which is good music. But back to Bieber, I think he's on the right track. All he has to do is focus on the music and everything will fall into place afterwards. So I'm pulling for the guy. And that will do it for another edition of the Ballistic Report. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember, all of my social media outlets are in the description box below. And if you have any comments, feel free to leave them below. Until next week, I've been your talented host, Ike Moore, reminding you it's okay to be ballistic as long as it's done responsibly. Good night, Internet.